Ladies and gentlemen, CALLOUS Invitational 7 is underway. My name is JimCool, and we're about to witness history in the making. This is DarthTyros versus Luthier. Mr. Tyros has been around for about a year, newer member of the ADV community, always causing a ruckus in the Discord chat, doesn't know how to spell the Pokemon Magneton, and has somehow fumbled his way into a spot in one of the most prestigious ADV tournaments there is, and I wish him good luck. He's here to make a statement. Luthier has been around for a bit longer in the Smogon tournament scene. We've got a bit of the old guard versus a up-and-comer situation here, but let's see what they've got. We've got a tar-on-tar situation, turn 1. And Luthier with Melodic, one of the safer turn 1 tar switch-ins. Pretty solid against pretty much any set. Oh. Luthier with a Magneton revealed, and Skarm is down. DarthTyros did get his spike up though. Gonna take the chip on that tar. Chuck out a Thunderbolt. Mag, not necessary anymore. Oh, we got double trap from Luthier. Mag Dug. Feel like that's lesser seen these days. Taking out the tar. Is this perhaps weather clear? We got a Snorlax. I have to imagine there's a Snorlax, or is it Blissey and Snorlax double? Oh, it's Aero. Aero with no spikes. Okay. Interesting team from Luthier here. Not a combination of 6 Pokemon that I think I've seen yet. DarthTyros making some Pokemon switches. Threatening a T-Bolt here. I wonder if he'll... Oh. Is this a Pursuit Tyranitar? That would make some sense. No, it's a physical Tyranitar. Interesting. I think he was hoping to bluff Pursuit Tyranitar, come in on a Thunderbolt or something like that. Didn't work out that way. In comes Melodic on the Swampert. This is an interesting matchup. The one spike is going to go a long way here. Luthier without a spinner. So Blissey always pressured by the spike and sand, and Peck Zap is pretty nice here. Doing a hefty chunk to Blissey. Blissey forced to heal, probably. Darth going to continue chipping it down. Fish for a crit there. A crit would have secured the kill. Another peck. Another, yeah, a crit would have got him there too, I think. Now Darth probably has to exit. Oh, dodges a Sing. Lucky. That was a good Sing click, but didn't quite hit it. Inaccurate move. This Swampert is a big issue for Luthier. It's going to chip up and stonewall this Aero, and then there's a tar that is burnt and cannot make progress. I think Darth is looking good here. No spike to force progress on the Swampert either, but Zap just took a pretty hefty surf. The Melodic is kind of a tough... Oh, wow. That was crazy. Luthier tried to catch something switching out. Maybe the Swampert coming on a rock slide. DarthTyros with a very ballsy stay in, and unfortunately just took a massive amount of chip on his Swampert. So Aero, that must be Adamant Aero or something, because that was a lot of damage. Darth has an Aero of his own, which is going to be pretty fantastic here. Rock slide spam. Oh no, that's just a crit on the Bliss. Bliss could have lived, but it didn't have T-Wave. Would have had to go for an inaccurate Sing. Enemy Luthier Aero is not adamant because it just won the speed tie. But in comes Swampert. And I think Darth's Zapdos is just going to clean this up. This is... Unless Luthier pulls off a miracle somehow. The Aero is the only thing that could win this. And you mind game the Gengar or the Swampert. I don't really think it's doable because this Zap just clicks T-Bolt and sort of... And then here's an opportunity. Do you guess correctly? Darth just goes Gengar, takes the big chip. Now you can get Swampert in. I don't think that there's any way for Luthier to maneuver this. This must be an offensive Swampert with like no bulk then. Because it's taken quite a lot from the Aero. Perhaps I should be paying attention to the damage rolls of the Swampert. Yep, sack Gengar, get the Zap in, and that's the game. Nicely played by Darth. Did get bailed out a little bit by the crit on Bliss. Bliss maybe could have stopped the arrow, but it wasn't a great position for Luthier. Hitting a Sing through a rock slide flinch is unlikely. It's more likely that you don't get that Sing through, and then I guess an arrow crit could bail Luthier out. Or a Hydro Pump miss. There was still a chance. There was a decent chance, actually. But Darth does clean it up. Well done. Game 1. Alright, now let's take a look at Game 2. We got a Mensa lead from Darth and a Hariyama from Luthier. Luthier with some more defensive teams. Oh, banned Mence lead, doing heaps to Blissey. That Bliss was expecting a mix Mence. And very aggressive mag switch in, expecting a Scam to come in on the CB Salamence, but it was a Metagross. Nicely played by Luthier not to go straight to Scam if he has it. Could easily have Scam. Would fit here. And this Suicune is just boosting up in the face of Bliss. Bliss doesn't seem to have T-Bolt or even T-Wave, or is this not even like toxic? I think that this Bliss is in massive trouble if it doesn't have any way to force this Suicune to rest. Because it's now doing way too much damage. In comes the nice rest by Darth there. Healing up rather than keep putting his Suicune in a bad position on low health. Celebi gonna leech the Suicune. That at least will maybe force it out, but I think that this Suicune can kind of just sit here with the Leech Seed, ignore it, and just keep clicking Surf over and over. That's my belief. That Surf, just shy of the KO though. Okay, with T-Wave and Leech, Luthier has a Snowball's chance. Darth not gonna risk it. Gonna exit. We do have a Snorlax, Suicune, Mag situation. A classic team from Darth. Classic style. The Maglax. And just some recover loops here. I don't think Starmie wants to stay with the Slam chance. Unfortunate full para. Would have been nice to chip that Snorlax. Nice switching against Yama there though. Coming in on the... That was very nicely maneuvered by Darth. Go Mag on the knock. Go Mence on the Cross Chop. That Cross Chop did miss, but it didn't matter. Aggressive Earthquake, but nice by Luthier calling it out. Getting Blissey in for the heals. The Blissey was so low, now it can heal up. Very nice by Luthier there. That was well played. Now Darth has the Sing Bliss. The tables have turned. Darth is the one in control. Does get the sleep on Celebi. That's going to allow like a CB Mensa free switch in if he wants, or just has to do Snorlax instead. Easy Slam. And the Focus Punch. This Mence should be able to take that, but that's... Oh, it's a crit Focus Punch, okay. Pretty enormous. Is Darth going to go for the EQ again? Nice. He did it again. Luthier didn't think DarthTyros had it in him to click again. Goes Mag in case the meta clicked Meteor Mash. Mag would have been able to take it out. Luthier playing a bit carefully. We've got a... Is that another CB? No. Yes? I think that's another CB Mence from Luthier. Sandless so far in this game, by the way. Darth gonna sack the Suicune. Will Mag finish off meta? HP Fire. I think T-Bolt's more damage. Or maybe not with Magnet knocked off. I think it still is. Oh, gets the pretty lucky crit there. I don't think that would have killed. I don't think that would have taken out Meta. Meta's bulky. Oh, gets a Paron Bliss. That might be relevant. That could be relevant. He's running Weather Clear. Makes sense with Suicune Snorlax. That makes perfect sense. Sandless, Weather Clear on the Mag. Makes perfect sense. And are we just going to blow up to force trades? No. Just a Meteor Mash. Just a Meteor Mash. You could boom now, if you like. It would be pretty good. Make way for your Salamence. Now you're in an awkward spot. Do you boom again? My mistake. No. I was going to say, is this choice band Salamence, choice band Metagross, and Bold Starmie, but I was wrong. Darth just not pulling the trigger on Boom. Just being careful. Gets that Slam Para. That's nice. Can maybe dodge a Leech then. Darth eats the Leech to get another Slam out there. Maybe hoping to catch something else. Land a Para. Almost thought he'd do it again. The madman. Both players playing pretty well here. But Luthier's kind of running out of steam. Doesn't have the Salamence anymore. But it's a bit hard for Darth to break through. Darth's CB Mence is very low. If Luthier takes out the CB Mence, it's all of a sudden a big problem. Snorlax represents a win condition, but Luthier actually has pretty good tools to handle Snorlax with Hariyama and Leech Celebi. That appears to be pretty defensive. So, Luthier could maybe weather the storm. It's possible. Doesn't go for the Leech there. Yeah, didn't want to risk any funny business. I like this. The Sing Bliss on the team from Darth is interesting. We got the Snorlax plus Blissey. Sing Blissey. It's an interesting team. I like it. In comes Meta. Are we just going to click Boom? Honestly, I reckon just, yep. I mean, taking out that Celebi's nice for your Snorlax sweep. Now Snorlax kind of goes in. You can pretty free T-Bolt, yeah. Or pivot back to Snorlax on the enemy Bliss. So true also. And it is Slam, so I don't know if it'll be Curse Body Slam. It's possible. If you're more of a win con, oh wow, cross chop miss, kind of crazy, but Bliss can just wall this Magneton anyway. Darth might have wanted the pivot into like CB Mence there. That would have been a really good CB Mence entry point. But looks like it can do the same by just simply sacking this Magneton into Bliss like this. Pressuring it down with Toxic. Now, maybe he gets CB Mence in now. Or even better, it's even more chipped. Do you have Protect on this Mag? Okay, he's gonna heal up a lot. With Wish. Didn't go CB Mence. I feel like CB Mence would have been good. It's just a free HP fly, which is very good progress, but I suppose the Starmie does live one and then getcha. Snorlax. Actually better there to fish for Paras. Yeah. Just sacking Bliss. Another Crush Chop dodge, though. I imagine Luthier just clicks it again. No. Doesn't. Expected a CB Mence, maybe. To pivot in. But the CB Mence is too low. It doesn't want to risk it. Risk losing it. It's pretty important, I feel like. Sack Blissey once again. Interesting line of gameplay. Slow and steady wins the race, they always say. They always say that. This Snorlax is just always getting guaranteed value, basically, every time it enters against Blissey. There's no... It's a rock and a hard place for Luthier. Gonna stay in. That was risky, but landed the thing. Landed the move. And gonna blow up on Starmie, and then there you go. Pretty sure CB Mence Brick Break will defeat Blissey. I think Darth just did it. A victory in his debut set. Well played. Nice work. I knew you could do it, mate. Well played to Luthier too, holding his own. Maybe these passive teams are kind of a bad matchup into DarthTyros, who always brings some crazy offensive stuff and plays like a bit of a maniac. He felt right at home here. He was gaming, he was maneuvering, he was making plays without fear. I respect it, and he's moving on to the next round. Well played to both gamers here. That was fun to watch. That was a good set. I'll catch you in the next round, folks. See you later.